Me too, brother.
I haven't been out in a while.
I can see the aura around Sucrose, which is filed. I was just kidding, it was Karina being free.
I present!
Those who don't know, like, I don't know, some of the people might be like, those who hate Furina specifically, I was one of them. I mean, a few days ago, I would just agree. Furina should, well, does it even exist in the game? But, with the Archon quest, they gave her character such a twist, such a feeling of, well, she became, for me at least, from the worst character that I ever want to be with, along with Dea, to one level below Sucrose. Okay, so it is. Okay, so also there's one nifty thing that I haven't seen people discuss at all about Furina, which is, so when she swims, actually, when a normal character swims in water, when they come to surface, they just, well, start the normal type of swimming. Even if it's at a speed, they just like stop the motion. Okay. But when you are playing as Furina, apparently, and you do this, yes, that's what happens. And not only that, boss, you can do one more thing because of this boost, which is, yes, only because of this nifty little, how do I say it? It's not convenience, but it's an interesting feature that I like to use Furina now. I mean, at least compared to before when I was just hating her. But yeah, welcome back to the stream, people. And also, this current team that you are currently seeing, it's amazing. It's beautiful. You wanna know how beautiful? Let me do one thing. Let me wish for the new character first, and then tell you how beautiful it is. Well, I'm just getting Primogems. Primogems. Stop already. Okay. I'll be honest. At this point, I don't even remember half of the reason why I got half of these. Just kidding, I don't know most of the reasons. Thank you for, I guess, the PlayStation partner, this one. And the other one is best ongoing. It is going to be. Okay?
I just need a moment to quickly take down some notes.
Because they are supers. At least, that's the whole reason. But coming back to the point. So, आज बहुत अमीर फील कर रहा हूँ मैं. 5,494 Primogems. Let's wish, shall we? So, before I start wishing, what the I've already love it. So, Miss Splitter, well, I already have it. Yeah, I do. Are you for real? Like, this reminds me of Kratos' axe from God of War Ragnarok, and the name is just as apt. It's verdict. It's like a police baton is named Justice or Law Enforcement. Sure, why not? Okay, so already have Ayaka. You're gonna be like, Raj, prove it to us that you have Ayaka. You know what? I do have Ayaka, and I do have Miss Splitter. I mean, both are at R1, but I mean, 0. Weapon is at R1, she has 0 constellations. Does it matter? No, I have the character. That's all that matters. Okay, now the only reason I wanna vote for Navia, not the only reason, I mean, I have a couple of reasons why I wanna vote for. I wanna wish for her. But the main one is she raises a lot, like a lot of death flags. I have a bad feeling that she might go away as a character. So yeah, I'm just gonna wish for her. And also, well, having sucrose is always a plus. Even though I have C6 sucrose, I'm currently using the DPS sucrose also. So yeah. Let's see. Fingers crossed. I know I'm not gonna get her. But why not? Got some primos, let's waste it. Harbinger, Fair Shadow, Stringless. Interesting. Sharpshooter, Harbinger, Magic Guide, Harbinger. Not even a character. Seriously. Next, Pulse. Trailing Tales, Raven, Sky Rider. Oh, I needed Candace constellations. Nice. Shadow, Blood Tainted, Sharpshooter, Sky Rider, Trailing Tail, Raven Bow. Interesting. Very interesting. Okay. 30 wishes. Oh. Okay, don't get too excited. I still have a 50-50 to lose. This game is gonna give me a heart attack. Oh. So, I guess I won the 50-50. Sky Rider, Harbinger. So, let's welcome the newest edition. Hmm. 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 Talents. After 4 seconds. Oh, sorry. Normal attack, 4 consecutive. Stamina. Not stamina. Ceremonial crystal shot. Currently her main DPS. When a character in the party obtains elemental shard created from crystallized reaction, Navia will gain 1 crystal sharpnel stack. Navia can hand up to 6 stack. Each time she gains, the duration of the crystal you have will be reset, which is good. That means there is no urgency. But at the same time, not waiting too long is something we have to make sure. When she fires, Navia will consume all crystal shrapnel stacks and open her elegant, lethal gun umbrella. I'm getting movie again. Johnny English and Kingsman wipe. Johnny English, Kingsman. And she okay. Firing multiple Rosula shard shots that can penetrate opponents. Okay. Dealing geo damage to opponents. Okay. When 0 to 3 or more stacks are consumed, Rosula shard 5, 7, 9, 11. Okay. And we're giving her too much freedom. Oh yeah, she might. She always has a lot of times left. She need it. The more Rosla shard, the star. Okay, when all 11 shards strike, 200% of the original amount is what? In addition, when more than 3 stacks. Are you freaking kidding me? Okay, this thing right here is not a main. It's the most main skill I've ever seen. Okay, on the orders of the President of Spina de Rosula, call for a magnificent Rosula Dorata salute. Some passive cannon pop out on opponents. I'm getting a Valkyrie 3 vibes. Like there used to be a tank, an enemy tank that can call airstrikes every other turn. You have to watch out for her, which was interesting. But yeah, this is similar concept. What? How much is the energy cost? 60. It remains for 12 seconds. Interesting. Might be able to use her first as a support for her elemental skill. In any case, now that we are in this stage, shall we? This is new. Oh my god. This is something I wanted from day one. Optimal usage of our EXP materials. Let's switch. Oh ho ho!
This feeling, it's like a lemon cheesecake.
Oh my god. Okay, now what is this?
Oh,
Oh, got it. So instead of defeating the Coppelia, I'll need to defeat the Coppelius. Why? Actually, this is a very good opportunity for me. I wanted to show off a bit of my current party. So let's go. Just so you know, it is DPS Chi-Chi. I mean DPS plus healer Chi-Chi. Furina, I don't know what Furina I made. I just gave her the artifact set that she has. I think golden trope along with which weapon was it again? Yeah, festering desire. And along with it, I think Ganyu is support Ganyu
The more
and
data samples, the better.
okay, boss. Sucrose is DPS Sucrose. And I just realized this is a very bad matchup for my party. But sure, why not? Alright.
Oh, brilliant!
Oh, sorry, boss.
For Rex Lapis! No touching! Stand clear! Absorption test! Don't break my glass! Oh.
Come on.
Yoo-hoo! Born of ice and frost. This is long overdue. Come on! Focus! Animal hypostasis emulation! Animal test 6308. Stand clear. Wheel of life.
Yeah, the best carrying this party. Oh shoot.
Strike a pose!
Okay, my bad.
Absorption test.
I didn't realize how shit. Okay, this is really the worst matchup in the history of worst matchup.
Sacred name. Fortune preserver.
Oh shoot.
Schedule. Animal test 6308.
This guy's never gonna stop using that, right? Oh shoot.
No touching. All hail.
Next time I mean I know what to do next time, it's just that yeah. This was a very bad example of this using this party in a boss fight, but you get my point. It's a good party. The opponent was bad. No one died, okay, and we beat the boss. That's all that matters, people. By the way, where's Candace? Oh yeah. By the way, how do you get this? Bring off the first dewdrop. Found in wild. Recommended found underwater in mortar region. Okay. I'll have to look out for these now. Just see. Okay. I was talking about this character which I don't use. Nice. Okay.
I haven't been helped.
By the since I have a few wishes left, and well, I'm pretty much done with the other type of wishes. Let's just try and see if I can get verdict. The chances are negligible, like nada, zero. Yeah, slingshot and Beidou. Okay. Interesting. I didn't expect that to happen. Thrilling Tales. And Slingshot.
Dial.
Let us see. Shot. And Intertwined Fate. Yeah. I never save for the characters. 4 stars. I don't know, I somehow don't feel like saving this thing for 4 stars. Might be just me being lazy. Select tails. And one more wish. How many dragon spin am I gonna get today? Shop. Paramount's bargain. Interesting. And there you go. Last one. For the weapon banner. Full steal. Because I have 3 wishes here for the standard banner. I don't get anything in the standard banner. Nothing. Nothing. And a big effing nothing. So yeah. With this, I don't know. 30... 40 wishes. Should be getting the... Yep. How many wishes did I do just now, sir? Are you keeping track? 40 wishes, see? Everything is counted, calculated. I don't know what else. Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. Okay. And you could have made it sound better. I would like to do the test runs first. Mostly because I need this. But yeah. So let's start with Candace, then Rosaria, then Ayaka, and well, now here. And Sucrose at the end because Sucrose is the most important character here. Okay. I actually haven't played Candace in the longest while. I forgot how to use. I was planning on building her and then I forgot because farming her materials was a pain. It's interesting how she has a shield. Wait a second, I kind of forgot. Does her weapon... does her shield charge? Whole absorb until the element... this lasts until the elemental skill is unleashed. Candace will finish charging... oh, okay. Let's try this, shall we? Actually, nah, let's just... okay, these guys... and Sucrose, the rest of them. 1, 2...
You're exposed! Grant us your blessing! Teamwork is dreamwork! Eat this!
okay...
Enhanced animal module.
Hear my prayer.
Ouch.
Out of the frying pan, into the fire!
Let's light it up.
Ouch.
Everybody stand back.
Three.
Yield.
Okay.
Grant us your blessing. Yeah. Just a great
Swirl, Mark 2, at Sochi, nice and spicy! Eat this!
Okay.
do your worst.
Keeping her as the last character in the line is gonna be a bit difficult. But sure.
Hear my prayer.
That's a nice way to end as well. It's so good. The RTX, I mean the reflections on this floor, and also the fact that they are dancing. That I feel bad that we have to fight them for resources. And thus, I became the destroyer of something beautiful. It's interesting how they had to bring back Rosaria, because honestly, I remember building her once, just once, and then I forgot about it. It was not intentional, okay?
You can't run.
It's just that at the same time I started building her, I got Ayaka. And like,
Lights out.
I was always using Chongyun for support. And I also started experimenting with support cameos, so it was a wild
Submit for
few days.
Teamwork is dreamwork! Boba, get them! You're toast! Yeah! Shiver!
judgment.
The only thing that I would say Rosaria lacks
You can't run.
is a way to shorten her cooldown. Because I'll be honest, her skills are solid. Like, beyond solid. The only thing that she lacks in a way is the fact that her I mean, just see, you can continuously use her as an on-field DPS. She needs a... She's one of those 4-star characters who have a good skill build, but like, they need better stats. And the official wife, the best friend of Traveler, and the reason why I was not able to use Rosario Ever freeze.
Take flight.
It's like Ayaka's whole kit is made in a way that it she supports her own damage, which is weird, but yeah, that's what she does. Those who don't know, if you do this,
My apologies.
her running animation, it increases your
Embrace the ice.
cryo damage,
Whirling snow.
which is weird because why do you need any more? So
My
yeah,
apologies. Sakura swirl.
I don't know who was like, let's make an overpowered cryo cannon. And everyone else was like, yeah, sounds good. I mean, if you have her on field, you don't need any of this. And that is the reason, folks, I don't use it a lot. Look, it's a thing called making things easy, but making things a bit too easy. There's a limit that you should not cross. Except when it comes to Sucrose. She's the best. Okay. Shall we? Okay.
Give up.
Feeling lucky? Watch out!
72k? Wait, what?
Don't waste my time.
Okay, just one more.
Out of the frying pan, into the pot.
Okay,
This one's got your name on it.
43k without crit. Okay, now you got me curious.
Nice and spicy.
It's nothing.
Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 5, and 6. Okay.
Hey there.
100 and freaking 20k. That's a trial. And that was without any of the shards. What's wrong with this character?
Give up.
Okay. So you need a primer, like a character like Nemo, that can basically charge,
Out of the frying pan.
get her full
Hey there.
use of her skills. Okay, nice. 1, 2, 3. Okay. 4.
Bubba, get them.
Okay, full set.
Everybody stand back.
Ready,
Don't waste my time.
steady, and
This one's got
go.
your
Okay. 129. Still good actually. need to build her. I need to build her fast. Okay. I can already feel how bad I'm gonna feel. Well, now we are these two. I'm gonna ruin their performance, which feels bad. What can we do? Now let's just harmless sweetie. I guess my current build won't agree with you, Genshin, but I agree with you. She is a sweetie. But the cuteness is not harmless. Okay, every support character you can find.
Let me weave you a verse. To ashes!
It is to ashes.
Animal module
You see, Sucrose has the most number of enemies, 25. 20 freaking 5, people. And you see the speed?
Odds revealed by
This is what you call clearing the floor.
Eyes on me!
Animal test 6308. Animal hypostasis emulation. Yeah.
And then and my own friends tell me I'm, being obsessive or a bit paranoid when I'm talking about Sucrose. That's not the case. I need a screenshot of this. Damn it. This is new. Oh, print screen. Okay. Before I get distracted, which I am getting distracted. Let's start with the event, shall we? Actually, sorry, I forgot. Was I gonna level her up? Oh yeah.
There's the cream.
Okay. I'll need more stuff. Right? Was I getting a outfit selection for her? Gazing up at eternity, looking down at the void. Sounds interesting. Bronze Curio. Ancient Golden Visage. Huh. Okay. But what's the use of it? It's got to be something. Genshin doesn't give out stuff for no reason. Unless this is their first time doing it. The new character. Let's try out the quest. Shall we? Got to have a story attached to it. I know it.
Seriously? But, Mr. Morris, I don't understand, sir. How can you only be telling me this now?
I'm afraid that there's nothing really I can do. I'm really facing a crisis. My hands are tied.
But what about my film?
Well, I'm afraid you'll have to come up with something on your own. Take it from me. Sometimes you just have to let things go. Same goes for this film festival.
Film festival.
Oh.
Hey, isn't that Xavier? So he's back in Fontaine now.
Oh yeah. Wasn't he in Inazuma?
Oh, why, if it isn't the dear Traveler and Paimon. I really didn't expect to bump into you here at this time.
It's been a while.
Well, I was doing just fine until I received some terrible news just now. The investor I was working with for my upcoming film has fallen upon some hard times and is no longer able to provide the promised amount of funds.
Well, been in a similar situation for one of my projects, so yeah. Also, those with keen eyes would say, Raj, look, this is the new character.
Can't you just find a different investor?
Unfortunately, that's not how it works. We
Oh.
had signed an agreement specific to the Fontanalia Film Festival, stipulating that I cannot work with any other investors until the festival is finished.
Yeah, business contracts have weird people.
The Fontanalia Film Festival? What's that?
Oh, is this your first time participating in Fontaine's Fontanalia Film Festival? Then allow me to fill you in. The Fontanalia Festival was established to commemorate the legendary Loch Knights, who went on a quest to search for the Oceanids and eventually welcomed the Hydro Archonigeria.
That is so wrong. We know from our conquest that's not how stuff works in this, well, history, apparently.
The holiday is deeply connected to the founding of Fontaine, as well as its unique laws and trials. It's one of the most important festivals for this nation.
But what's with that weird expression on your face? It's like you're trying really hard to remember something.
I was just trying to recall the exact description from the books, in order to avoid any unnecessary arguments over semantics. I usually try to recite things straight from the source.
Interesting.
Well, either way, Paimon thinks she gets it now. It's just like the Windbloom Festival in Mondstadt and the Lantern Rite in Lille.
Yeah, basically.
Yes, those are festivals of a similar variety. Who doesn't like a good festival? And just like those of other nations, Fontaine will hold a plethora of events around this time each year.
Can we have an event in which we don't have combat?
To commemorate the Loch Knights, people will imitate them by putting on special costumes, raising golden cups, and going door to door asking for pure water.
Sorry, we don't have pure H2O.
But a few years ago, Lady Farina started to find the whole idea a little drab, and so decided to change the part about pure water to sweets.
Yeah, that sounds like her. So it's basically Halloween?
Really doesn't surprise Paimon at all.
Yeah, I mean, if Paimon was there, she would do the same. Actually, this is just me realizing now because of the better graphics. But Paimon has a nose. I realized she had one.
The whole thing seems more akin to a carnival now, and it's quite popular among the kids. Every year you can hear a bunch of them saying, "Trial or treat."
Yeah, I don't know where they came up with the script for this. It's so unique. So it's amazing.
Oh, that sounds pretty fun. But how does that connect back to the film festival you mentioned?
Ah, yes, it appears I've strayed off topic. I just got too excited after seeing you. Let me get back to the point.
Yeah.
The Fontinalia Film Festival is an event proposed by the Fontaine Film Association this year. Now that film technology has matured as a medium, it's the perfect time to introduce more people to the art form. During this time, people may submit films to be evaluated, and the entry with the highest score will be given the Farina Award by the association.
You don't have Furina. You don't have an. Mad at me, but you don't have a freaking archon anymore, and Furina is an actor. Oh, she's an actor. Those who haven't played the story quest are gonna be mad at me now. Damn it.
The what award?
The Farina Award. You know, after the Hydro Archon. They coined it while Lady Farina was still in power, but even though things have changed, no one has made any motion to update the name.
Very subtle, bro. Very subtle.
Perhaps everyone still thinks of it as a pretty appropriate name. Even though she isn't the Hydro Archon any longer, Lady Farina is still Fontaine's superstar. Anyone with eyes can see the way she shines on the stage.
That makes sense.
Huh. Alright. Guess the name does work pretty well when you put it that way.
Oh, but who would have guessed there'd be an issue with the funding? How will I ever explain this to Miss Chiori? Not to say all the other actors who traveled all the way here from Inazuma.
Wait, Chiori is here?
Chiori? Sounds familiar. Or have we heard that name before?
Yes, that's her. I asked her to oversee the event's art direction, including the design of the actors' costumes and appearances.
Oh, Paimon remembers now! Navia said that her clothes were designed by Chiori, and Kirara's outfit too!
Yep.
How to describe her? Well, she tends to be pretty direct and can be very forceful when it comes to dealing with people. The fashion world in Fontaine has dubbed her the Thundering Seamstress. Her remarkable designs have led many Fontainians to become very interested in Inazuma.
This is considering the fact that just a few months ago, no one from Inazuma got out of the island.
Anyway, Chiori is acquainted with all the actors I've invited from Inazuma. Without her help, I don't think I would have been able to get such an international cast for the film. She really is a kind soul.
Who are the actors from Inazuma? Do we know them?
Why don't the two of you accompany me to the Aquabus station to welcome them? Judging from the time, the Aquabus should be arriving shortly. Chiori will be waiting to meet me there as well.
Sure. The crack of muskets breaking the silence. Yeah, no foreshadowing at all. Why are we suddenly in... I don't know. It's kind of unsettling to see a comet inside a kit that has a pun in it. I don't know. Okay. Tricky shot. stream drive into the frame. Sure. Oh, all the full quests, sir. Now we got
I
the.
just need a moment to quickly take down some notes.
Excuse me. Take your position, form rank, musket up, take aim and fire. Repel the enemy advances. Are we gonna have a shooting game? Shh, musket. Oh, who in the what now? No, please, not a combat. Please, not a combat. This endeavor allows you to change the what? Please be a shooting game. All you need to do is have fun. That's what matters. That's all that matters. Go to challenge. Okay. Famous director. Okay. Do you plan to give us your business card as well, sir? I mean, I don't know. I haven't been much of a fan of working for them or anything per se. I mean, technically I suck at acting. And I suck at lying. Dialogue delivery. I don't know. But I mean, if you give me a chance, sure, 100%, sure, I'll give my best. Just don't expect much, please. I'm not free. Okay, boss. Okay. Sure. If I'm right, the remaining two should be here and there. Poor contract. What? This is why no W2s, only full time. It's only a job. Worst case scenario, you can get another one. Getting a new job is worse than dying. I mean, what you say is right, in a way. And that is also the reason why people are usually stuck with their first job for a very long period. Huh. I have no idea what this is all about. Okay. Oh, yeah, if you're paying, yeah, we are adventurous, we will do it. But wait. Is poor financial condition or physical? You know what? Let's not think about it. One more director. Money connections. Yeah, from what I've heard, you need a lot of those. That's fine. Turntables. Sure. A feeling, yeah, fighting. Of course, there's a fighting scene. Okay, let me first do the quest, I guess, and then I'll be back. What's there faster? Way of going there, I guess I can just directly go from here to there. Could go through the elevator, but flying and falling are the best way. Oh shoot, my bad. And there you go.
Miss Chiori?
Your talk with the investor sure went fast. The aquabus hasn't even arrived yet.
I can kinda make out the reason why he's so scared of her.
Oh? And who are they?
You're from Inazuma and you don't know us? Sheesh.
Allow me to introduce you. This is the Traveler and Paimon.
Pleased to meet you.
Likewise! We've heard the owner of Chioriya Boutique is a skilled seamstress, so it's a real pleasure to finally meet you in person.
Why, thank you. I strove to create an outfit that matched her high social station as the demoiselle.
Oh.
So tell me, what happened? I can tell the conversation didn't go quite as expected.
Well, it's like this.
Ugh.
I know, Chiori, you don't have to say it. You did remind me that this investor was a little bit sketchy.
Yes, there's no doubt about that.
But how could I pass it up? He offered me twice as much as the others.
And therein lies the problem.
Yes, but just put yourself in my shoes. After obtaining such an excellent script, it's only natural that I would want to make the most of the film. The budgets that the others had proposed were nowhere near enough. It's difficult to find someone willing to front such a large amount of mora, so...
Don't be sad, Xavier. We might be able to help scrounge up some more together for you.
Yeah.
Thank you, Paimon. That means a lot to me. But the cost of the film is staggering. I'm afraid that any mora we can scrounge together in a short amount of time won't even be able to cover the actors' fees.
We need to move on. What's happened has already happened, and there's no changing it. But now's not the time to give up.
What? You're saying that you have a plan?
No, that's not what I mean. I'm simply saying I wouldn't give up just yet. The actors I recommended aren't just after mora after all.
Oh.
Really? Then where do you live?
We Melusines live in Mercy Village. The only way to enter is from underwater.
Oh, you must be pretty tired after work every day, right? I mean, you have to swim all that way just to go home.
Really?
You're so thoughtful. But some Melusines choose to live in the court of Fontaine because it's so much more convenient.
This is our stop.
Oh, we've arrived, but I haven't even finished chatting with Aval yet. I also enjoyed Aval's introductions to Fontaine along the way. Everything you described was so clear and detailed that we can't help but want to hear more.
Thank you so much. I'm usually working here on the Sakura bus, so I hope I'll have the chance to see you again. There are still many more places I'd like to introduce to you.
Why the three of them are here? Don't two of them have like their own
Welcome to the court of Fontaine.
administrative duties? And one has a whole fireworks to make. Lantern Rite Festival is nearing. Wait, is it? I don't remember. Sorry.
Shiori, you sure have changed a lot. This is the first time we've seen you since you left Inazuma. I haven't realized it's been so long. I was in such a rush when I left that I didn't even get to say goodbye.
Oh.
Thank you for extending the invitation, Mr. Xavier. I'm looking forward to a fruitful trip here in Fontaine.
And you guys didn't even notice us, even though we were standing right beside.
It's an honor to have the head of the Kamisato clan visit us.
See, even now they are not noticing us. Actors में बहुत घमंड आ जाता है.
So they're who you meant when you said you had actors coming from Inazuma?
Oh? It's the Traveler and Paimon.
She is happy. He's suspicious. She is just... She doesn't even care.
Wow, what a coincidence! Ayaka and I were just talking about you on the way here. Are you also here for the film?
We just ran into Xavier earlier and came over with him.
But I'm not an actress. Sir Kamisato and Lady Ayaka are the real actors here. I'm just tagging along with Ayaka to have a good time together.
Nice.
About that, I mean, how was I supposed to contact you when I was making preparations for the film? I figured you were probably busy, and I didn't want to disturb you.
Yeah, that's what my friend said when he was going to ask me for. Just kidding. Nothing like that happened. Like ever.
So I could only keep you in the back of my mind while I sought other actors to play the lead roles in the film.
I had been thinking about a surprise reunion with you during our trip here, but you still managed to surprise me first.
Sure.
Oh, so you all know each other already. My, what a coincidence. What are the chances everyone could be brought together here like this?
Yeah, sure. Oh, yeah, we are gonna have such a good talk later.
Why don't we go to Hotel de Boer and catch up over a meal? I've already made a reservation.
Huh? Did you reserve 2 spots for us too?
Yes, of course, of course. I'll be sure to tell the boss to serve a few more delicious dishes just to make sure there'll be enough food.
Your budget is gone.
Very well. Then please, kindly lead the way, Mr. Xavier.
Wow, the buildings in Fontaine are so tall. Just look at how big they are. And there's the fountain that Aval mentioned earlier. It really is a magnificent sight. And look at that huge spinning sphere. Where does it get its power? Wait a sec! Could it be one of those clockwork mecha we've heard so much about?
Can I say they look very excitable bunch of people? But I have to say, I was just like them when I was first exploring this area, so I can't blame them.
Worrying about the future. Hey, Sarah, Sarah. Take a guess.
Trick shot, tricky light. Defeat opponents that endlessly appear within time. Oh,
No way. I'm not guessing.
what? You don't think? Shit. Sure. Why not? Hmm. Ah. I didn't think I would use her so soon. Ah, what can we say? Things don't go as you planned them to be, sir. You just gotta improvise. And this one, because I don't have a cryo damage on this set alone, that's for sure. And if I remember correctly, I should have. I mean, I can use my current party. Sucrose, alloy for no PG. What's the worst that can happen, right?
Strike a pose. Wow.
Ouch! Ouch!
This'll pack a punch. This is a new one.
Stand clear. Enhanced animal module 75. Absorption test.
Okay.
You're stuck now.
Orders given. Orders received.
Okay.
Swirl.
Sorry.
Got something for ya. The hunt is on.
Life goes on.
Stand clear.
This is a new one.
Animal test.
I don't even know the base lines that I need to
Hypostasis emulate.
meet. I hope
Ever seen one
I
of
meet
these?
them.
The hunt is on.
What is happening?
Time to shine.
This'll pack a punch. This is a new one.
Okay.
Sacred name. Fortune preserve.
Shower me with praise. Enhanced animal module 75. Stand clear. Animal test 6308.
Almost there. Just wanna beat this guy. Nice.
Don't breathe
Hmm. Wait, what? How much do I need? 4,000? Yeah. Nice. Made it. Okay, so. Not enough conflict. एक काम करो, इस बच्चे को आंसुओं से नहला दो. Okay. Hmm. Unleashing a shockwave at the location of opponent hit by your active character's normal attack. Sure. Normal attack. Huh? Huh? Normal attack. You're the one who started. I'm talking about the game. You're the one who started. I know half of you must be thinking, what the hell am I doing? Same feeling, so don't worry. I need extra crit rate. I think it's Sucrose is using this. I can't get this. I have a spot. Soft spot. Nope. Looks much better. In my defense. Normal hits, okay. Normal. Okay, so I have her. And I also have. Where is the. Is that character? Not this, not this, not this. It's so difficult to remember which character. Oh yeah, this guy. I don't know why I feel like someone is cursing at me at this point. I kind of forgot his talent, so 8-second duration, 6 seconds. Oh yeah, this guy sucks in this manner. Her elemental skill had a better duration ratio. Oh yeah, almost forgot. So 2 please. Let tainted jewelry and physical damage. And this one. This does work, but we have this. Okay. Beyond this, I need her. But actually, I'm not kidding. There is a very good reason I'm using her. Okay, this is not for joke. Okay, it's mostly for joke. Hotel. There should be an attack one. Pyro damage. And this. Also, I already have her. I should use her. Might seem like an odd choice, but I need a healer. Okay? I do things for a reason. Most of the time I don't know what that reason is, but I do things for a reason. There you go. Also, the weapon she is using. I don't have a sword that has HP, right? Sure, Fist Ring Desire for now. Let's do this. 3 hours later. So. Shall we? You should go with the mentality. The mentality when you're approaching a situation is that you're gonna fail, and then you work backwards from that situation. Ouch!
Nowhere to hide.
Okay.
Speed of light.
Oh, interesting. So this is how it works.
To the chase.
Lackluster.
Incoming. Dissipate. Let it rain. Pyrotechnics. Speed of light. Hey.
There isn't enough primer there.
Nowhere to hide. Incoming. Our bond is strong. Amp it up. Don't blink. With sword comes shadow. Get him.
I need a better primer or so. I'll have to take this thing seriously. I was just kidding when I was using that part. Okay. I wasn't gonna use that party to fight something like this. I think it was this one. That's kinda hard to remember which character was using which one, but my assumption is I was switching between him and Polly. I was seriously kidding when I said that I'm just gonna use that part. Okay. Don't expect me to beat all of them with that party. I can do it. Okay, I'll need to use a separate set of artifacts and stuff, plan it properly, and it's gonna be a whole lot of different things. Yeah, I'm not in the mood to do that now. Ganyu and this one and crit rate, because if I remember correctly, I have crit damage. Yeah. 1, 2. I need hydro and one more. Electro or Dendro? Let's go with Dendro. Electro this time. So where is she? There we go. Okay. Let's take this thing seriously this time. I just realized I don't have a healer. I mean, she is a healer, but sure, why not? Push come to shove, I'll just dodge everything.
Power that ended life! Emerge, right now. Emerge.
Flicker.
To ashes!
Right here, right now. Right here.
Come on. There we go.
Eyes on me!
Shower me with praise! Right now.
And almost done. There we go.
To ashes!
Good.
Right Right here.
3,
Emerge. Right here.
and
Here you are.
4.
Defract.
Eyes on me!
2, 3,
Emerge. Right
4,
now. Emerge.
5. And done. That should do it. Hopefully. Much better. Okay, so now where were we? Let me get the fruits of melee berries while I'm at it. Not this one. Yes. Ball. Gift. Theater ticket. Okay. What does it do, sir? Of course, another energy recharge. Why did I even ask at this point? What? Wait a second. What the hell? Okay, so Melusistence attack increased by 12%. That's not all. That's not all, folks. The support from all the Melusines you have held in Merusi village fills you with strength based on the number of them you have helped. Your attack is increased by 12% addition to. So, what you're telling me is that this item gets way stronger the number of people you have helped. This is cracked. I can't believe Genshin is gonna pull something. Wait a second, what was that? Oh, my bad. I want to do those, but
So this is what food from Fontaine is like. It sure is different from what we have in Inazuma. How should I describe it? It seems like you have to go through a lot more steps to make them. And the flavor has many layers too.
Yes. When I first went to Inazuma, I actually thought the food there tasted a little too bland. It took some time for me to get used to it.
Let's get back to the purpose of this trip for a moment, shall we? How have preparations for the film been coming along, Mr. Xavier?
Well, I've already assembled most of the film crew, a lighting specialist, a prop manager, and a costume designer. I've also bought the copyrights from the novel's author.
but
Oh, it's called The Two Musketeers, right? I read the script you sent me on the way here. The story is pretty good.
Yeah, I don't know where you got it from. It's a novel idea. Fantastic.
Originally, I was planning to start filming as soon as Sir Kamisato and Lady Ayaka arrived in Fontaine, but I'm afraid I've run into a bit of a problem.
Oh? What is it?
It has to do with the film's investor, Mr. Morris. He suddenly informed me this morning that he's encountered some financial trouble and will be unable to release to me the amount of funding agreed upon.
It's said that Fontaine's legal system is well developed. If he has violated the contract, then can't you simply take him to court over the matter?
Do you know how many days it takes?
Well, I'm still more concerned about filming. Even if I were to take him to court, I'm afraid it would take months before the case could even be heard.
Then, is there a way we could raise funds ourselves to solve the problem?
I've considered that option too, but unfortunately, it's difficult to gather such a large amount of mora on such short notice. Besides, we have to consider the film festival's submission deadline.
Mr. Xavier, if Ayaka and I were willing to perform for free, would that resolve the problem you are currently facing?
What? No, out of the question. To have you come all this way just to act for free? Oh, no, that won't do.
There's no need to worry, Mr. Xavier. My brother and I had actually intended to work for free after receiving your invitation. Inazuma has only recently reopened its borders, and needs to strengthen its relations and cultural ties with other nations. We didn't have many collaboration projects with Fontaine in the past, so we hope this trip would serve as a good start for the future.
Sure.
Indeed. You could say that's the real reason why the Yashiro Commission agreed to come to Fontaine.
I understand, but having you two act for free just doesn't seem right.
Not at all. While we're officially here to conduct a cultural survey of sorts, we must express our sincerity if we want to establish formal cultural ties with your nation. This film will serve as proof of friendly cooperation and cultural exchange between Inazuma and Fontaine. It's my hope that the film can be finished and released as smoothly as possible. If you still don't feel comfortable with this arrangement, I would also be more than happy to be introduced to some other renowned individuals in Fontaine's literary and artistic circles.
Sure. You're technically forcing him to accept.
All right, I'll do as you say. Thank you so much. I'll make sure to cobble together enough mora now, even if it means selling my house, my camera, and every single family heirloom.
Come on now, no need to go that far. I'll also help you out as a brand sponsor.
Oh. We can help too.
Me too. Even though I didn't bring much more to spend on this trip, it's still better than nothing.
You are too kind, all of you. I really don't know how to...
Ew. Alright, enough about that. Now that we have Xavier's savings, my support, and 2 leads who are willing to act for free, I think we will be able to make this happen.
Attention. I think she just said, alright, you, before seeing the rest of her dialogues.
So, instead of Mora, you'll help with filming and production.
Oh, but how can we help with that? We don't know much about making a film.
Yeah. I mean, this channel only has 499 videos at the time of shooting this video, this stream. But when it will be released, by then we would have.
Alright, pull yourself together, Xavier. Tell us if there are still any open positions left among the crew.
All right. Let me think. We still need a camera operator, a clapper loader, and someone to manage logistics. I originally wanted to personally serve as director, but I've been too busy working as the producer. So the positions of director and director's assistant will also need to be filled.
Okay.
Paimon knows what the director and the logistics support person do, but what's a clapper loader?
The clapper loader is responsible for using the clapper board to record and organize the information of each shot when the camera operator begins shooting. The work requires both patience and careful attention to detail.
A clapper board? Oh, you mean the thing they hold that goes clap whenever they start filming?
Yes, that's right. Are you interested in that job?
For sure! Paimon's always wanted to try that!
All right, then you'll be our clapper loader. I can find someone from the store to help with logistics. What do you think?
Fine by me. As for our camera operator, I was thinking of letting the Traveler take the role.
Oh, he's great when it comes to using a camera. Paimon can't even count how many things we've taken photos of during our journey.
Mostly of Sucrose, but yeah.
Yes, that's also what I was thinking. I noticed the Traveler had an eye for photography and composition when we worked together previously.
It's mostly Sucrose.
I'm sure that's due to the traveler's journey across Teyvat and all the places they've seen. After so many adventures, using a camera must be second nature by now.
Now this is peer pressure.
What do you say, Traveler? Are you interested in the job?
Not actually peer pressure, it's like technically forcing me to job. Let's camera action.
Thank you. It really means a lot to me. Come on, friend. Let me give you a big warm hug.
No, I think we don't want to go into that direction.
So, all that's left for us to find is a director and an assistant.
Oh, me! I want to be the director's assistant. All we need to do is help the director, right? I can handle that.
All right, then all we need is a director. Oh, all the well-known directors in Fontaine are probably also busy working on their own films these days. I'm not sure who will have time to help.
Oh, Farina helped out a theater troupe recently by serving as an artistic consultant. She could be a good director, right? Besides, it's not like she has anything else to do right now.
Farina?
Yeah, I mean, just your former Hydro Archon.
Do you really think Lady Farina would be willing to help us with our humble project?
Oh yeah, that does remind me. The deep link is down below. Promotion, sequence, lectures. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. And yeah, let's continue with the game, shall we?
Isn't that the name of Fontaine's Hydro Archon? My brother has already informed me about what happened here in Fontaine.
It's bad.
Yep, that's her. She helped out a theater troupe not too long ago, and now she's taking up work as a director.
Well,
I saw that musical. Her performance was perfect, and the storyboards were also excellent. Don't let her former identity intimidate you.
Yeah.
She's the best candidate we can think of right now. You'll never know until you give her a shot.
fine. You're right, Shiori. I'll do anything for the sake of my film. Anything! Then I'll have to ask the Traveler and Paimon to show me the way to Lady Farina's residence. I just hope she'll agree to help.
Yeah, even I want to know that. I haven't seen her at all.
Do you need us to also come along?
No, there's no need to trouble you with this. Besides, you've just arrived in Fontaine, and I'm sure there are many places you would like to visit. Just leave this task to me. It's part of my duties as the producer.
Very well. Then we'll be waiting to hear the good news.
I'll go with you. By the way, you might want to consider bringing a gift.
And don't worry, we won't simply drop you off at Farina's place. We know Farina pretty well by now, so having some familiar faces there should help your chances. Besides, the whole thing was our idea in the first...
All right, then I'll start making preparations. As for the gift...
Oops.
A gift for someone who was once seen as the Hydro Archon. I wonder what she would like.
I recall that Lady Farina once fancied a clockwork ring, so perhaps I should get another exquisite clockwork contraption for her.
Huh? Can't we just bring some desserts, like the Fontinalia mousse?
But wouldn't that be a little too cheap? She does like desserts.
Isn't the Fontinalia festival happening right now? I heard Abel tell us on the Aquabus that Farina introduced the tradition of going door to door and asking for sweets. To do something like that, she must have a real sweet tooth.
I agree with Yoimiya. If the gift is too fancy, it might actually make her feel more uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Alright then, let's go buy some Fontinalia mousse.
And we bought the Fontinalia mousse.
But will that really be enough? We'll be asking her to
Come
do a
on,
lot of work, you know.
Javier.
You're right. We need to further sweeten the deal.
Huh? You want something even sweeter than Fontinalia mousse?
Yes, we'll need a gift that's sweeter than any dessert in the world.
Sugar.
But what could that be?
Your words of praise.
What the f- Now that's just bribing. I have to sing solo. Well, I guess I'm helping out with the project. Okay, let's try and figure out where Farina lives in this day. I still haven't figured out how to unlock this place, but sure. This is
We're here! This is where Farina lives.
this is interestingly mundane.
Okay, I'll go knock on the door.
He's probably sleeping though.
Coming. Seriously, who's knocking before afternoon tea?
Who are you?
Lady Farina, please allow me to introduce myself. I am Xavier, a film director.
Hello. Oh, is that the traveler in Paimon I see behind you? And who's this?
I'm Chiori.
Ah, the one from Chioria Boutique. Hello. So, what are you all doing here? Do you need something?
Did you just get up, Farina? It's already past noon, you know.
Alright, to be nice, remember?
Huh? Paimon means the weather is so nice in the afternoon and the sun is so warm. Just like how you make us feel. Sleeping in late is a really smart idea.
No. I was just up late last night reading some novels. What does sleeping in have to do with the weather?
That's a very good question.
This is a small gift we've prepared for you, Lady Farina. We hope you like it.
No need to be so formal. I'm just a regular person like everyone else now. Oh, is this Fontinalia mousse? It's one of my favorites.
That's great! So, actually, there's something we need your help with. Given your renowned passion and understanding of drama, I would like to ask that you serve as the director of our film crew.
Oh, but didn't you just say that you're a director?
Yes, but for this particular project, I'm mainly working as a producer. Besides, I'm sure that your understanding of the performing arts far surpasses my own, Lady Farina.
Are the Traveler and Paimon also part of the film crew?
Yeah, you get to bosses.
Yep, we sure are. Paimon's the
Camera operator. That can be a pretty technical job, and it directly affects the final quality of the film. Are you really up to it?
I have experience, you know?
No, I'm not questioning your abilities. It's It's just that I've never really seen you use a camera before.
Maybe you can come up with a test for the Traveler and see for yourself. If
Ouch.
he can satisfy you with his camera skills, then you'd have nothing to worry about and can join the team. What do you say?
You sure are getting better at rolling with the situation, Paimon. Oh, I do wish to see how skilled the Traveler really is with a camera.
Oh, sure.
All right, how about this? We'll work with what we have. I'll give you some scenarios and see if your work is up to my standards.
What do you say, Director Farina?
Very good. It's essential for the camera operator to understand the director's vision. I'll make my decision after seeing your work.
I still have to play her story quest, but she looks more and more likable than what I like. The impression she initially gave, per se.
Are you ready? I have high standards, you know.
Ready?
Okay, grab the camera and I'll give you a scenario.
Step on workshop, out of machine. Start shooting. Okay, you need a camera. From several shots according to characters' requirements. Okay, boss. Okay. Okay. Reminds me of my editing. Okay, select narration. Okay. You need a scene that shows off the forge working. Yeah, you need a scene atmosphere as works. Relax. Sure, why not, sir? That shows off weapons arranged in boxes. Okay. What else shows off? Need a scene that shows off. Okay. Buy me 10 of those.
Oh, it appears that you have more skill than I thought.
Well, those 499 videos aren't for nothing.
All the shots had a great composition, and I could really feel a connection to the characters and their lines.
Oh, so what's the verdict?
Yeah! Does that mean you agree to be our director for...
Did you think I would agree just like that? After our performance of the Little Oceanid, I've begun to make a name for myself again, you know. In fact, I've already had several troops approach me for the Fontanalia Film Festival. Unfortunately, the scripts were all pretty boring and didn't pique my interest. If others were to find out I agreed to work with you so easily, then, well...
Hey, but didn't we have a deal? What else do we need to do to convince you?
Well, what about the pay?
Huh?
Yes.
You know, how much you're willing to pay me to be the director? The pay is also an important factor for me to consider you.
Well, I can offer you this much?
What? That's all? If Nervulette were to hear of this, he could charge you with underpaying your labor.
Damn it.
But our crew is in a tight financial spot at the moment.
I see. Well, even though it's highly unlikely now that I'll join your crew, there's still something I'd like to ask. Exactly what film are you planning to make?
Our script is an adaptation of The Two Musketeers.
Huh? Wait, you mean the suspense thriller novel that was a #1 bestseller?
Yes.
Oh, so Farina's read it too.
Of course I read it. I've always had a keen interest in artistic works that strike a chord with the populace. I see. It all makes sense now. You must have used most of the budget to pay for the copyright.
And the investor backed out.
Not really. The novel's author transferred the copyright to me practically for free once he heard that I wanted to make a film adaptation of the story.
He probably just wants to get his name out there. So, Mora isn't the most important thing to him right now. It reminds me of a delivery courier who wears one of my designs while traveling all across Teyvat. I didn't charge her much for the outfit either. The exposure she provides for my brand is well worth it.
So, are you a big fan of this story?
Well, it's all right. The pacing of the story is good, but the character relationships could use some work. When I was reading it before, I always felt like some things were left on a rather unsatisfactory note.
Okay.
I have high standards, you know. Ahem, Mr. Xavier, if, hypothetically speaking, I agree to be the director, how much freedom would I have in terms of script revisions and creative interpretation?
That is the most important thing.
As much freedom as you would need. I wouldn't dare doubt the tastes of Fontaine's greatest star.
Good. Then I'm free to alter the script as I see fit?
Absolutely, no problem.
All right. It seems that your crew really can't go on without my care and direction.
So, you agree?
Yes, I agree. Although the pay is well below what someone of my caliber deserves. A great script calls for a great director. I mustn't let a perfectly good story be ruined due to lack of funds. If you have fine cheese and bread, you wouldn't just let it sit on the counter and get moldy just because you lack an oven, right?
Thank you, Farina.
Oh, Hydro Archon above! I'm not dreaming, am I? Somebody pinch me.
Hydro Dragon above. Or someone at this point. But sure.
There's no more Hydro Archon, you know. And it's still a little early to celebrate. There's a lot that goes into shooting a film. Although the trickiest tasks of finalizing the script and casting the actors have already been taken care of, we'll still need to reserve filming locations. Not to say set up lighting and prop. And by the way, since we'll be filming The Two Musketeers, we'll need to find an action choreographer. Ideally, a professional who has actual experience with muskets.
Yes, I've thought about this as well. I was hoping that you might know someone who could handle the job.
Me? If this was before, I could have simply asked Glorand. But it's already been some time since I last talked to her. Navia can also use firearms, but unfortunately, her style is quite different from that of the characters in the story.
Could we ask the Special Security and Surveillance Patrol?
Oh, you mean the Special Patrol's Musketeers?
Yes, that's right. They work with muskets every day. I can't think of anyone more qualified than them.
They would be under Nervulette's jurisdiction. Unfortunately, I, don't have any connection with them at all.
Ouch.
So, in the end, we still have to start by talking to Nervulette.
No need to go to all that trouble. I know their Captain Chevres.
Okay.
Oh, you do? Wait, Chiori, how do you know the captain of the Special Patrol's Musketeers?
exactly the question I had in mind, but I didn't frame it this way.
No particular reason. Running a business means dealing with some trouble from time to time, and she's helped me out on a few occasions. In return, I've helped her handle a few situations in which the Special Patrol couldn't get involved directly. So, we've gotten to know each other over time.
Yeah, interesting.
So you're saying there's been times when the Special Patrol needed a fashion designer to handle a situation? Your work is becoming more and more mysterious.
It'd be best to keep it that way.
Yeah.
Anyway, enough about that. What do you all think about asking the captain to be our musket action choreographer?
She sounds professional enough. She is a captain after all. I have no objection.
But I imagine the Special Security and Surveillance Patrol must be busy with their duties. Do you think she'd really have time to help with shooting a film? And then there's the issue of pay.
Well, it just so happens that she's also not the kind of person that's just after more.
Yeah, convenient.
As for whether she has time, I'll have to go and ask her first.
Then I'll leave that to you. Macaroni's on sale today, so I've got to go. You can just tell me how things went when we discuss tomorrow's plan later.
No problem.
Having Farina join feels like a big boost to our team.
True.
Of course. Just wait until the day of our premiere. You'll witness the true power of my name in these lands. You'll be so glad I agreed to help. I can guarantee that even the standing tickets will be sold out.
Ouch.
I'll be sure to ask some people I know to see if they'd be willing to act as extras.
Seems like you're finally getting more comfortable with your own reputation now.
I didn't ask for the Clapper Loader's commentary, Paimon.
Then let's get going. I happen to know where Chevreuse is today.
Okay.
By the way, I'm curious. If my pay is so low, then what about our two lead actors? Didn't they travel here all the way from Inazuma?
Actually, they told us that they see the trip as part of a cultural exchange, so they didn't ask for any pay.
Why is it starting to sound more like these Rikasam?
What? So is every person in Tevat who doesn't want money gathered here to shoot this film? Don't tell me Chiori isn't being paid either.
I already knew Xavier from before, and he's also agreed to give my brand some good exposure.
It seems the gods have really smiled upon you, Xavier. And that certainly doesn't include me, mind you.
Ouch.
Besides the macaroni, I should also pick up some tomato sauce. Besides the macaroni.
Okay. I'll just complete a few of these. Like, go and do a few of these. And then I'll take a little. What? Let's do it, shall we? Defeat all up. You know, Genshin, I like the events that didn't involve games. But sure, why not? Sniping. Okay. Why? What do I do this? Damn. Damn. Thank you. Okay. There you go. Who else? Ah. What are you doing here, my dear sir? Hmm. 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 4 enemies. Actually, arigato. I don't know if I'm feeling bad or what. The thing is, I was trying to mess with any of the rituals. Oh, okay, boss. Hmm. Oh. Yeah. Oh, no else. Oh, shoot. That scared me for a second there. Ah. Ah. Ah, shoot. Okay. Barely made it. This was close. I like this one. It interestingly has a narrative in it, which. Good job. Huh? And this is done. This is done. Put a challenge. Sure. Wait, what? Are you kidding me? No, it's stabilization. Mecha wall automatically avoids testers. Oh. Jump booster can be found. Okay. Is that gonna be like a PvP or something? I hope not. Sure. Okay, your area is red. The rule of authorization random sites will be chosen for each test. Each tester will be given. Damn it. Ah, shoot. Ah. Okay. What the? Ah. Great. Okay. Ah. I seriously. Bad at this. Okay. Over here, sir. Thank you. That was kind of you. Okay. Ah, shoot. Okay, whatever. So
What was that?
what? It's like that hide and seek one, but worse. Sure. Let's just get the 3000 score. Forget this game exists until the 5000 limit is removed. Like 5000 limit is active. Okay. It's gonna be the one.
I haven't been out in a while.
Okay. You go here. Oh, thank you. This is mine. Yeah, I think. Okay. Yeah. Come on. Shoot. Ah. Okay. Participant from this time. Okay. I just need 975 points more. That is my assumption. It's just that this game is making me good shit. What am I doing to my life? Okay, let's do this, shall we? Ah. Sure. Ah. Mm-hmm. Ah. Ooh. Okay. Yeah. Ah. Ouch. Come on. Thank you. Ah. Okay. The exact amount I needed. Okay. Get the buzz. This, claim all. You go to this one. Sure. I have no idea what I'm doing here, but sure, why not? Let's go. Lynette is lost to miss, cannot find her way out when she looks up. Start shooting. Okay. Environment that actress lost it. Somehow looks as she swims through. Okay. Highlight the bewildered. Okay. Shining light through the water. Divine. अगला ऑस्कर मेरे को मिलेगा. Okay, so this next one. So let's see, go to this one. Let's hitch right here. Played by Navia. Okay. Paimon. Let a kind endure the merciless sun and appears listless and downcast before the protagonist dies. The protagonist takes out umbrella and sunglasses she prepared, indicating to her friend to take shelter from this. What a beautiful scene. कचरा करते हैं इसका. Okay. Waiting. The actress, she holds umbrella and sunglasses. Okay. Shall we? Again, beyond expectation. Better. Okay, let the sun bristle. This is the correct answer. What you're saying is could have done this. Just a sec, people. I will be right back. But you know what? I'm back. Okay, so okay, and there we go. Halfway there. Wait, we are getting two things out of this, right? Exquisite. Wait a second. Just get. Okay, this is using theaters tickets. This is the event shop. Totally different. Okay. I guess I'll just wait and buy everything at the end. Sure. Okay. Some more wishes. before we leave, so I mean, 3 wishes. That sounds correct enough. Yes. 1, 2, and 3. No issues. I level up Navi and continue wishing for verdict. I don't know if I'll get the weapon though. I guess weapon pity is all over the place. Like you need to wish for the weapon 3 times from scratch to actually make sure you get the weapon.
I just need a moment to quickly take down some notes.
For characters, just a 50-50. That feels weird. Anyways, thanks for watching. If you like what you saw, follow me and subscribe to my channel. The link is down below. Like and share the video. And yeah, you know the usual. I know you, but just do it. Beyond that, I think that's all for today. Thanks for watching. And have a great day.